This is our latest acquisition, which is a production digital printing press, which has really helped us embrace the digital concept, really. I mean, we've been printing digitally for some time, black and white and colour. But what this has done with this piece of kit, it really has opened our eyes to the potential of digital. Short run colour, personalisation. I've talked to one or two customers here today who have books that they want to publish. Well, they don't want 10,000. They don't want to go down the LIFO route because they've got no need for that. So we have a growing customer base of customers that want 50 copies, 100 copies of their their memoirs, their walk book, their church history, or whatever. And what this press enables us to do, there's no question of the quality. The quality is fantastic, but what it does allow us to do is to run short run lengths and produce them very economically. So this has been a real boon for us, and it's something that we've only really just touched on the surface on. We're really going to start developing. I haven't got anything to show you. Jonathan's very good at demonstrating this, and I can't show you, but it's basically the same sort of thing as we will create a file, send it to this RIP, and rather than outputting it to plate, we will output it to a finished sheet. Okay. We looked this cost me about £50,000. Before we went for this purchase, we looked at 5 other vendors, including and plus Konica Minolta. Xerox being one of them, Canon, Osei, you name it. We had.
So why Konica Minolta?
Konica Minolta was the quality, the ease of operation, the quality control. I mean, it's calibrated automatically. I mean, they'll all say they do this, but we found this. There was 4 of us got involved with this kind of research, and we found this one to be far more automated, far more reliable. It looks and feels better than some of them. Are a little bit rattly and a little bit kind of office-like.
So the build quality is good.
Build quality is good, and it really, the cost, they were all much of a muchness. In fact, you can name your price within reason these days if you spend that sort of money. But they were all very similar. This wasn't the cheapest, but it wasn't the dearest. But also, the major factor, which is something that we tried to promote, is that it was a small business that were acting as a seller, if you like, for Konica Minolta. We went to Konica Minolta direct, and we went to a company called Eastern Business Systems, who are an agent for Konica Minolta, and we went for Eastern Business Systems over Konica Minolta direct.
Why was that?
Yeah, well, because of the service aspect. They're a local company. We know 1 or 2 contacts that have used EBS with this type of equipment and are very happy with EBS. They can, like a lot of businesses, they can respond quickly, they're flexible, they show care and attention to their clients, as we try to do at Gipping Press, and consequently that was really what, I mean, Konica Minolta weren't very happy because they did actually offer a better price marginally, but and I must admit we've had it in now end of November I think it was, so 6-7 months now, and very pleased.
How's the reliability?
Reliability is great. I mean, that was one of the factors actually, is that we get they promise you can have a 2-hour, 4-hour or 24-hour response. We went for the 4-hour, and they are here within 4 hours. It's very important that's the case, because as we build the volume through here, we have one customer where we produce a number of postcards every day for the direct order market, and we can't afford it to be down. So we have to ring up and they have to be here, and they are here. And if they're not, we let them know. But we've never had to query EBS with the service. That was a factor, actually.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You know, we've had it with Xerox. When you're talking to Xerox, it's a rather like Heidelberg, and I'm a small company man, and I like to promote the small businesses. And Xerox, we had issues with them. You're just a number in a line, and you know, if I want a machine done, I need it. I've got clients waiting. I need the job, and it's just, oh yes sir, well you're in a queue. We'll get there when we can. But with EBS, oh blast, right, okay, well I'll come right over, or you know, I'm coming over to so and so. I'll come to you first. I mean, it's just that flexibility and that service that's very, very important.
Of course, that's what you want. What your clients need as well, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So how do you see? This is obviously where things are going.
Yeah.
What do you see as the future for you?
I think that for us in our area of the market, our niche, I think this digital is definitely the way forward. I think what probably will happen is that we will look at a faster, more efficient version of this, if you like, which they do now. There's quite an investment required, but I can see, because we're a B3 format, small format printers, we don't compete with the 50,000 runs and the multi-page colour on our presses anyway, so we're really at the lower end of the print market. So if we got another one of these, or perhaps an upgrade version of it, a slightly quicker one, that can take more substrates, I think probably that would be where we're aiming at. But having said that, there are a number of other areas that I'm looking to invest in on the bindery side. What this does is it does allow us to personalise. We haven't even looked at personalisation.
Interesting.
We want to personalise.
When you say personalised, what kind of things would you want to do?
Well, we're talking about garages that have on their books a customer that has a service every 6 months, every year, every 2 years. They need to notify that customer, or they like to notify that customer, that they ought to be having a service now. So they can send a postcard out. They can, I don't know, there's a number of ways they can communicate with their client. But one way is a postcard or a letter. I get them through. My wife had a Nissan recently, and we kept getting badged by them. Have you had an? Don't forget your MOT's coming up, or you're going. So what that enables you to do here is that we can create a postcard, let's say, with a picture even of your car, with your registration, with your name, and telling you what you need doing to your car.
So it's actually quite a sophisticated.
It's a sophisticated, yeah. I mean, it takes a little bit of investment. Sure. I mean, it's £4,000 or £5,000 investment for that software. Yeah. But the idea is that once we've got that, we'll create in the normal way. We'll design the job, but we will merge it with a database, and then we print as we normally do. And now that's something very exciting, something we really want to explore. Yeah. And that's, again, I mean, it's personalisation for all sorts of things, which is the way forward. An American thing where everybody's personal and everyone's feels as though they're special. And yeah, we'll go down that route. But we won't ignore the light though, because we still keep those presses very busy with the longer runs. And I don't know that digital will ever do the 10, 20,000s. I don't know. Maybe it will in 10 years' time, but certainly not.
Time back.
Yeah.
What happened with video?
Yeah.
Many years ago, when it was a poor relation to 35mm slides.
Yes.
A long time ago.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that's really the print production. We've got the bindery. We'll just have a little look at the